Blunt question, is the whole system bent?
No, I don't think it is. The fact that the Prime Minister could only get a majority of 18, when in fact, in theory, he has a majority of 79 in the House of Commons, to push through the amendment and to suspend the suspension of Owen Paterson, I think shows us that there are many MPs in the Conservative Party and in other parties as well, who want to do a decent job on behalf of the public and were seriously embarrassed by what they were being asked to do and refused to do it.
Statement of the blindingly obvious, then, that if the wrong people get in, whether they're Tories, Labour or Liberals, then public life can appear to them to be a cash machine.
Yes, that's the danger. We've seen issues with ministers who've left the government and attracted very high salaries in the private sector. We had the David Cameron lobbying scandal recently, which shows that some people do end up being concerned about their financial situation rather than the wider public interest. And this is not a new issue, of course. If you go back to somebody like Lloyd George, who was seen as an excellent Prime Minister, but in fact worked very hard to build up his own personal financial situation.
How do we attract the right people, then? Because you and I have been in this game for long enough to know that we count on all sides of the House many men and women who are good friends, most importantly because they are good people. How do we attract more of the right people and keep the wrong uns out?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if I have a simple answer to it, because following the pay and expenses scandal, we do now have an independent body, called IPSA, the Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority, who determine the pay and expenses of MPs. And that's how Gordon Brown dealt with that particular scandal, by taking it outside of the control of MPs. And that arrangement, I think, has worked rather well. The question comes, do we have to do the same as far as disciplinary matters, though it's not so easy to push to an outside body. But in the end, what people, I think, are looking for is decent, competent government by people who have got obvious integrity, which, of course, we know has to be built up over a period of time.